Yeah, brutal loss. Questions? Brutal. Brutal.
Shooting 30%, is it just a matter of making more shots, or did you like the shots you created?
Well, I mean, they sagged, obviously off Isaiah. They really didn't play him or Andre. Stood in the paint a lot. Isaiah took advantage of it, Andre did not. But it really, you know, being -10 at halftime on the backboard just gives you a sense of just the lack of force that we played with in the first half. And then it's really the second game in a row where if you take the 8 for 13 of Isaiah, you know, out of the field goal, God bless you. You take that 8 for 13 out of the 20 for 67. I don't know, that's a really ugly number. It's just the second game in a row where you literally, you know, just one guy was good offensively, and eventually you're going to lose. So we lost.
Yeah. Where do you think that's from? Because you've been a good offensive team. You know, you just came off the Georgetown game, you scored a really efficient offense. And
Yeah.
The last 2 minutes.
Not sure. Really, not sure. Don't. You know, we had one day of practice. You know, the one day in between. You know, we tried to get in here early yesterday and just get more comfortable in here. You know, we had a great crowd in here today. We got to play better. You know, when we come in here, the crowd was great. We just got to find a way to play better when we come in here, especially when you see a crowd like that. You know, it's got to galvanize the group. But you know, I don't. You know, hopefully, it's just a bad stretch of something that every team goes through. But you know, we didn't finish at the rim. You know, we didn't make threes. You know, we didn't make the free throws down the stretch. We missed a couple front ends. You know, disappointing.
Dan, you kind of addressed it a little bit, but over the last 7:15, you had one field goal. That was the three-pointer with 5 seconds left. Were they pressing a little bit? Was Creighton doing anything different on defense? I mean, you know, your offense pressing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, most teams, you know, play Isaiah as a non-shooter. You know, and Andre as well. I really didn't see this type of performance coming. Guys understood the importance of this game, and you know, if you want to, you know, compete for a championship, you know, in this league in the regular season, you can't lose home games like this. You know, but you know, we've got to move on from this quickly. We've got, you know, 10 league games to go, and you know, we can win any of the 10, and you know, we could lose any of the 10.
Is something Creighton does stylistically, offensively, or what, that gives you guys trouble? I mean, it's obviously the last couple of years they've been close games, but something about their style?
I don't think so. You know, I mean, they scored 59 points here in a rock fight. I mean, you know, the Big East tournament game was a pretty low-scoring game, so it wasn't. These haven't exactly been, you know, offensive outbursts. No, I mean, they're tough to beat. You know, just because, you know, Greg does a good job. They got a great culture over there. You know, I felt like they're coming in having lost 2 in a row, and us having won 5 in a row. Yeah, maybe their level of desperation. You know, this was a huge game for them. You know, one that'll, you know, get them in the NCAA tournament. You know, a big win for them, and you know, we didn't play life or death until the second half.
Did they do anything special on Adama? Even after the big guy went out, they fronted him, seemed to play him well. Does he have to demand the ball more, or guys have to find him a little better?
No, I mean, Adama went 3 for 10, so I think he's got to be more of a focus more on fundamentals and technique and like executing things so he can get, the deeper catches. Just he's got to continue to, be coachable and be more fundamentally sound. You can't catch the ball off the block like it's an NBA game because it's not NBA rules. So yeah, he's got to catch it deeper.
Dan, a real physical game from start to finish. Could you just comment about how your guys had to adjust, even though down by 10, managed to at least make it a game in the second half?
Yeah, listen, I just think in general that this had nothing to do with the outcome of the game, but you have to call more fouls. Call more fouls on us, call more fouls on the other team. At some point out there, it looked like both teams were getting mauled, and it's not. I don't think it's, for them, to have committed one foul. I think up until like the 18-minute mark of the first half. And again, it had not like outcome-wise and on paper we should be the more physical team. That should be to our advantage. But I think just in general. Should have been more. There probably should be like 17, 18, 19 fouls called in a game, not 11 or 12. Again, both ways. Like I didn't think that we got a bad whistle. I thought they just.
Was this just a bad matchup for a Cook, or not like see what you like what you saw from him when he was out there, or wasn't not there much, of course.
Yeah, I mean the bench has you got to do things. Daily across the board, like the bench guys, to give me confidence, to give us confidence in wanting to play you, out there, and when Kaluma moves to the 5 and it's Hawkins, with O'Connell, Nemhart. And then, Alexander or another perimeter guy and a center, it becomes tough in terms of who's he going to guard. So I just in general, though, overall, like I've got to get this bench going. We to get outscored 13-2 there was not what we thought this would look like.
Dan, did you feel like you guys got away from your identity that you talked about previously, being the strength of yours, physicalness, rebounding, defense?
Well, the first half we did. The first half we absolutely did. I was stunned at again being down 10 on the glass at halftime. I mean, it should have been down 4 at the half, but because of that disaster on the backboard, which has hurt us the whole year. We were at a 10-point deficit. Identity-wise, that they made, the 3 before the half that bounces straight up in the air and goes in. We block a guy's shot with 1 second left. We don't finish the play. He banks it in. We did bizarre shit with the ball. We didn't look like a well-coached team today. So I'm embarrassed by that. I'm embarrassed by how we played today. UConn should never look like this. But in terms of identity, first half rebounding, I thought second half we got closer to our identity. But, we lost one-on-one battles. I thought the difference in the game in the end, we could have survived even at 29% shooting, if Hawkins and Trey Alexander don't crush us in one-on-one situations there in the second half. And that can't happen. Because those two guys don't thrive in one-on-one situations.